Hi everyone, welcome to freeCodeCamp and another Vue.js stream. If you don't know me, my name is Gwen and I run the Faraday Academy YouTube channel that you can check out from the description below. I do mostly Django and Vue.js content and a few other things sprinkled in there. So if you are a member of this chat, you can go ahead and comment or make any suggestions as we're going along. This is the repo that we'll be working off of today. It's basically under my GitHub, which is Gwen F, Vue NWJS hours tracking, and this is also linked in the description below. So it has all the different information, requirements, tech stack. So it's going to be another Vue.js application. The only difference between this and the other apps I've been building. Hi Anish, how are you? It's good to see you. Is that it'll be using NWJS, which is a desktop application framework that uses Node.js and Chromium. And then I'll be using, actually not MongoDB, but I'm going to look for the same style of database, I think. Because NWJS has some similar options for that. Hi Sassy, how are you? It's good to see you again. And then just Bootstrap for the design library, so I don't have to design it myself. Here is the schema that I made, just a basic first go at it. And then I do have some mock-ups. So these are the different pages for both the MVP and version 1. And then I just picked some colors before the stream. And so this is the roadmap, what I want to add first, and then what I want to add second, and then I can add more and more things after that. So this is probably, where is it? So hours log will be the first one, just a plain table, and then I'll make it more fancy from that, as well as being able to add new hours into the log. So this should be a fun project. Now, if you've used Electron before, then there are a lot of similarities because it's still building a desktop app in JavaScript. You can do a lot of the same things. There are some pros and cons to both of them, but I'm going to be using, like I said before, NWJS for this project. So you can go to nwjs.io, and the documentation is decent for this project, and there are some good examples online, especially with Vue.js that I found. So here's the getting started. You'll notice there are some differences. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so you have this, so for global objects, like you have in, when you're developing in the browser, you have the document object, which is actually also polyfilled in NWJS, and you have this NW global object, so you can use nw.window, and some other things like that. So, you can do document.body.add event listener. So you can use all of your regular front-end stuff, and then you also have access to the operating system too. So you can access the operating system information, file system, all kinds of stuff like that. Hi Tech Stack. Glad you're here again. So I think that's all I wanted to say about NWJS. It's an interesting project, actually, with a lot of new updates coming soon. It's also been around a long time, so it's very robust. And I found this, or someone showed me this. Which one is it? It's this one. So this NW Vue CLI example. So it's basically like when you use the Vue CLI, you use Vue create, and it sets up a basic project for you. This is the same thing, except it sets up a basic NWJS and Vue project for us. So I'm going to go ahead and use this boilerplate here, and I'll post a link to this in the chat. So I'll call it Vue NWJS boilerplate. Okay. And yeah, so there are some instructions. It basically, gives you a boilerplate desktop window. These are all the technologies it uses. It's not opinionated about a design framework, so we're just going to pull in Bootstrap. And it gives you instructions how to install packages, start locally, that's all the same. And then it gives you a whole bunch of other commands that have to do with building desktop apps for different OSs and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and clone this repository as a starter. So, let me copy it and go to my terminal in this folder. So I'm going to do git clone NW Vue CLI example, except I'm going to call it NWJS hour tracking. Okay, and now zoom in a little. Okay, so I have that folder, and now I'm gonna go into the folder and I'm gonna install the dependencies, which will take a minute. So npm install and kind of wait for that. So I know not everyone can chat right now, but for those of you who can chat, how's it going? Any comments about desktop apps, Vue.js, life right now? Okay, it's not going too slowly, that's good. Okay, and then right after I install this, I'm going to go ahead and install Bootstrap so I don't have to stop the server again later. So Bootstrap Vue, let me zoom in again. Let me go to the docs and getting started. Actually, I should have checked my Node version before I installed everything there. I'll have to check it after. I think I'm using 12, which is LTS, because I use NVM, so I switch between versions sometimes. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so npm install, I need to install Bootstrap Vue and Bootstrap. It also has Vue here, but I already have Vue installed with the project, so that's it. Hi Tom, how are you? It's good to see you again. npm install Bootstrap Vue and Bootstrap. So, just waiting for this to finish installing, and that should just take another second. Come on. And then I'll install Bootstrap. And then later on, I'm going to go ahead and make the Vue components and the Vue application. And then later on, I will need to add a database for this. So not sure I'll get to that in this stream. So I might start off next stream, hopefully adding the database then. I'm doing well. I'm happy to still be streaming. This should be a fun project because it's a bit larger than the other projects, which were just kind of one-off, one-stream projects. Can you brief a little? Yeah, sure. I will brief a little bit more as soon as we open up the actual files, which I guess I can do that now. And let me just start installing, what was it, Bootstrap, Vue, and Bootstrap. Need to install those. Hi, Jared. Glad you are here. So this is kind of cool because Jared is an NWJS and also a Vue expert who contributed to the NWJS project. So he knows a lot about this project. So welcome to the chat, Jared. Welcome to freeCodeCamp. All right. Okay, well, while this is waiting, let's take a look at this project. So if you just take a brief, let me zoom in. Zoom in twice. Okay, so if you just briefly look at this looks almost exactly like a regular Vue.js project, with the exception of probably this file. So it has a server.js file with Express, so a basic Express server. You should be able to do Vue add whatever. Oh, for Vue CLI plugins. Yeah, I don't know if I need any plugins right now, but I'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, so the package.json, of course we have all of our regular Vue and static files here, but I'm going to go into the package.json right now. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. So you have a lot of the same objects. Of course, it's a regular package.json. So here are all the scripts. Some of them are regular, like testing, running testing and linting. All of these build scripts are for building for different operating systems. So you have Windows, Linux. Is there a Mac one? Oh, maybe. Oh, the Linux one. No, build NW. That must be Mac. Maybe. I haven't actually built an NW.js. Are we at max 720p? So I'm streaming in 720p, and from the preview I get, I can see it in 720p. So hopefully you can see it. If you can't see it in that quality, then try changing it in the YouTube settings, because I've had to do that sometimes when I'm watching someone stream and it's low quality. You can probably change it in the YouTube settings, hopefully. Yeah, so the only commands the only command I'm going to be running today is actually this start command. And you can see it runs these two commands concurrently at the same time. So it runs npm run serve, which is the regular Vue CLI service command that you get from Vue CLI. And then this NW command. So it runs the NW.js desktop server so it can open the actual desktop app. Okay, and then some specific things. So there's specific configuration in here just for desktop applications. And I'm going to go ahead and open the window, but you can see it has this metadata about NW.js. So you can choose the height, the width, min height width icon, and a whole bunch of other things for I think this is the manifest of for the desktop app that you're building. So when I open this, clear, now let me run npm start to start the development server, and this should open the desktop app as well. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, now it's running. And the port, don't need to worry about the port because it should have opened here. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, so this is the boilerplate, and you can see the window size actually comes from the size denoted here. And then this is also resizable, so I can do it. This is built on Chromium, but you don't actually have to have a Chrome browser installed to run it because it has it built into NWJS. Yeah, and then it just runs it. And you also have access. So this is a shortcut link that the people who made this boilerplate built in, but this is just a link to open the developer tools so that I can use developer tools while I'm building this desktop app. So that's not any different than Electron or any other desktop application. Hi Bobby, welcome to freeCodeCamp. How are you? Okay, now I have the basic page for NWJS, and actually, so let me maximize the browser. Okay, cool. It has Vue DevTools built into this template I'm using. That's great. I didn't even know that. Okay. So there is actually one thing that I forgot I would have to do here. And if you look at the mockups, oh wait, it's this way. If you look at the mockups I have in the repo, which if you just joined, the repo is linked in the description below that I'm going to be working off of. And, oops, didn't mean to do that. So you can see it has these different pages and it has a draw menu here that links to different pages. So I'm going to need to install Vue Router to route between the different pages in the application. And so I will be using the CLI plugin for that. And let me just look it up real quick so I get the right name for the package. Vue Router. So let me go to getting started, because okay, oh, installation, this is the one. Let me zoom in one more. Okay, so it shows via script tag, via npm, and Vue CLI. So I'll do Vue add Vue Router. Just peachy, awesome. So Jared says, if you do Vue UI and add your project, then you, oh yeah, so Vue CLI has a UI interface where I can add dependencies from there. If you haven't seen it, it's really awesome. So I think I'll just do that. So let me do Vue UI, because I want to also add the or I want to add state management as well with Vuex. Okay, so let me see if it opened. Yeah, it did. So this is the Vue UI, and there's a server running and serving this UI interface. And now if I go to plugins, I can see these plugins are the plugins that are already installed that came with the boilerplate. And oh no, I was like, how did this one get there? Let me zoom in. So actually, these aren't the ones that came with the boilerplate. I have to, oh wait, I have to zoom out. I want to get, there we go. I need to open up the right folder. So let's look at, yeah, I think Vue Project Manager. And projects, import. So I have to go into projects, and then I have a lot of stuff in here. So I have NWJS. So NWJS hour tracking, this is the one. Okay, and this is my Vue project, so I'm going to import this folder. Okay, now I can correctly see. Oh, click the home button. Oh yeah, that would have been a shortcut. Thanks. Okay, so now I can go to plugins and I can correctly see the plugins that are installed with this project. And oh, great! So there are links here. Let me zoom in. If you can see, there are shortcut links to add these common plugins. I didn't even know they had this. Yeah. So add view router. I'm going to click this. It's suggesting it to me. It says official library to support multiple virtual pages in a single page app. Okay, continue. So it's installing view router, and then after this I'm going to install Vuex. This is exciting, getting to build, and if I actually build this desktop app, it'll be my first one ever building and distributing to systems. While this is installing, actually, so the idea for this app came from my consulting, because if you watched, so on my channel I have a video about consulting where I just talk about some of the things I've learned over the years, and so this app, it's actually what I do, like keep an hours log for each different project, my next tasks list, all of this stuff that I do for myself, but I do it all manually. And so someone suggested that I make a desktop app for it, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Because that would save me so much time, especially, where is it? Where's the page? Especially, oh, I must not have included it. Oh, but there's a page for exporting. So I can export as in a CSV, or I can export an invoice. And I can basically give an hour log to the client, because I always give the client a breakdown of what I did on which days. And then I also, of course, I have to send them an invoice to get paid. So if I could generate those things in kind of a simple desktop interface without, all the complicated software for it out there, this would be kind of a cool thing to have. Okay, so where is it? Oh, that's probably done now. Let me check on that install. Oh, where is it? Yeah. So at the bottom in tiny, tiny words, it says successfully invoked generator for plugin, Vue CLI plugin router. Okay, now let me add Vuex then for state management, because there's going to be quite a few pages and components. Yeah, and there's no reason to not use Vuex for a multi-page Vue application, in my opinion anyway. Maybe some of you have a different opinion. Alright, so that's installing. I have Bootstrap, I have the Vue CLI tools. Once this is done installing, I'll start setting up the pages one by one. And the first thing I'll set up is, I guess, a top bar with a navigation draw. So let me see what it's called in Bootstrap. If it's called an app bar or a toolbar. Does anyone know what it's called? I know the chat lags, like, hopefully it's not much more than 5 to 8 seconds. Okay, let me just look at components. Oh, they added new components. Wonderful. Let's see, navbar. That makes sense. Oh yeah, right. It's Bootstrap's navbar thing. Let's see. Navs. Navigation is available in Bootstrap. Share general markup and styles from the base bnav class to the active and disabled states. Okay. So this is a basic navbar. And you can change the appearance of the links if I want tabs. I will want tabs for something later on, but not yet. So the only thing I really want in the nav bar, or the two things, is really a link. Oh, no. It's a button to open the draw menu, and then I want the logo or the title, the name of the app, basically. And that's it. Okay, so I think I can work with this. Oh, pills. So pills will make it look like a button? No, because that will make whichever one's active look like a button. So yeah, I'll probably just copy the basic one for this. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. And now let me check on the install. Okay, that's installed. Let me refresh this page because it's not showing those two new. Yeah, so once I've refreshed, it's now showing the router plugin and Vuex. Can we try Sidebar? It says new. Yeah, let me look at that. Sidebar. What's the difference between a sidebar and a draw menu? Let's see, toggle sidebar. Oh, cool. That looks nice, actually. I like that. Okay, that's what I want. So using sidebar and using nav bar. So let me look at navbar, see what examples they have. Yeah, I'm going to copy this basic navbar example then. And first, let me run the app again. And I'm going to stop this server for the Vue UI that I started. Yeah, fancy. Let's see. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, I keep wanting to type in Python here because I've been running so many Django commands. I want to do npm start. Okay, dev server spinning up again. This will open the desktop app again. And oh, this was an accident. So oh, oops. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix this. I think adding those Vue CLI plugins messed it up because those are made for regular Vue projects and they might have intrusively changed some things that they weren't supposed to change in NWJS. So maybe I should have installed them manually, I don't know. Okay, so I'll fix that in a second. I did make a mistake here, and that is, I think Bootstrap and at least Vue Router and Vuex should have been installed in dev dependencies. So I think I messed that up, but I can always move that over later, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Okay, because once it builds, I don't need those packages, so I don't need to ship useless packages. Okay, so in source, let me see what these things did. Yep, so what did this do? Okay, so it changed my app.vue file, which I don't think this is a big deal here. I think the main issue is that it changed this, and for some reason the app is erroring here. Okay, and then what else did it set up? So it set up a store. This is fine. Set up the index.router file. That should also be good, although I don't need all of these routes. So I'm going to change the routes. So let's see, why isn't this ESLint disable? Oh yeah, that's the ESLint. So creating a new Vue object, render. I'm rendering the app. So I don't see why, what was the error message? Okay, I'll show you the error message. Why this would have a problem with it. Let me see. So, oh, it's saying, oh, okay. It's saying it can't resolve this. I see. Assets.logo.png. It's because there isn't one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because in this project, it's expecting this to be a normal Vue project, which already has an assets/logo.png, but this one doesn't. So I'm gonna see where it's trying to pull that in. Okay, so it's in home.vue. It's trying to display this logo.png. Yeah, it does look okay. So what was it? NW? What was the file name? Let's see. Yeah, nw.png. So yeah, now it works. Sweet. And I have my Vue router set up. So it works just like a normal Vue router. Okay, cool. So let me open the developer tools for later so I have it. Oh yeah, still has that error. So it makes sense to rename them. That should be fixed in the boilerplate to avoid this bug for others. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. I'm testing out this boilerplate for everyone. All right. So now I have my router. Let me add that top nav in the sidebar now. So in Bootstrap, I'm in navbar, so I'm going to copy this navbar and then get rid of most of the stuff inside. Okay, so navbar. Let me also delete some of the extra stuff. So let me delete this about page. And then I have to delete it from router too. So let me delete. Okay. Where is it? Let me also delete. So the home page. Okay, I'll leave that alone for right now. So in this app.vue, this is where I'm gonna delete, or I'll add this above real quick. So I have the, oops, this. I pasted the navbar in and need to indent this. And now I need to, let's see, I need to get rid of all of these items, I think. What is navbar collapse? Oh yeah, so that is drop down item. I don't think I need navbar collapse. So let me get rid of that then. And just start from scratch with that. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Okay, so I just have a basic navbar there. Oh, I'm not importing the CSS. That's what I'm not doing. Hi, in Namdi, how are you? That's a cool name. Welcome to freeCodeCamp. So, oh, if you don't know, I'm building a desktop app with NW.js and Vue. The link is in the description below. So, now I have the navbar. I'm not importing the Bootstrap CSS, or I must not be because it's not displaying anything. So, let me stop what I'm doing real quick, go back to getting started, and where is it? Okay, need to scroll down. Okay, using module bundlers. In all my installs, I forgot to actually set up Bootstrap, so I'm gonna have to put this in my main.js file. So let me go to that main.js file And, well, okay. So absolute imports should go first, and then I have relative imports, and then I can put this here. Okay, so now I'm registering this, and I still need the CSS links. Oh no, it didn't like that. Okay. Oh, Vue imported twice, that's why. Thanks. Okay, so oh, I guess I need the CSS here then, because those are absolute imports, or library imports is what I mean. Okay, so CSS, yeah, so I think that's it. Oh, also, oh cool, that looks nice, this nav bar. Also, I would like, what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say, but I'll remember it in a minute. So let me add that option to open the menu from the navbar from Bootstrap. So in components, where's that new sidebar? Okay. It's a fixed position, toggleable slide out box which can be used for navigation menus, details. Okay. So I'll copy the basic sidebar then. And I'll also copy the button which toggles. Oh, I didn't know. In the docs now you can double click to edit. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Bootstrap docs are good. So let me go to, where is it? Oh yeah, in my app.js file. So in app.js, I'll go here and put the sidebar. And now this button for toggle sidebar, I'm going to put inside of vnavbar toggle. So, okay, so I don't want that. So let me put, oh wait, undo. I think I have to, yeah. Oh, it's because I just undid that. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so toggle sidebar. And I want to switch these two around, I think. And I'm going to rename this to menu. That's pretty cool. It has a prop to toggle the sidebar from the button. And the sidebar one, okay, so it's referencing the ID here. So I guess I'll call this sidebar, not sidebar 1, because there's no other sidebar. Okay. So that should still work. Yeah. The menu, oh yeah, and then I was going to switch these around, so oh, that's pretty ugly. Oh, because the title must be giving some margin right. So I can just add some margin to this button then. So I can add a class and use a margin shorthand from Bootstrap, which I think is margin right, and I'll say 4 to push it out a little bit, which is something like 16 pixels. Bootstrap doesn't do it exactly in increments of 4 pixels for these numbers, so let's see. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Are there docs using Vue Live? Edit and see it, update the demo in real time. Yeah, it's using something, so let's see, I can get rid of shadow. And now there's no elevation on the sidebar. Yeah, so I guess that's Vue Live. I don't know, but it's updating live for Bootstrap. That's pretty cool. Okay. So now I have the menu open. Now I need to put stuff in the sidebar. That was really low effort, like nice to use. So I'm gonna put that down here and get rid of the paragraph in the sidebar. Oh, there's a title here. So what should I call the title? I guess I'll call it menu. I could do username or with an avatar or something, I don't know. Or main menu. Okay, and this div is just providing some spacing inside. So padding on the x-axis of 3, and then padding on the y-axis of 2. I'll leave that spacing div there, and then I'm going to add these router links inside and see how they look. And I might want to put these in a list. I don't know how, what would look best in Bootstrap. Commit. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, that was a bad idea. So I'm going to put these in a list view, in a Bootstrap list. So let me see first if they have an example here of shadow, borders, width, padding, disable, scope header, footer, backdrop. Okay. Yeah, I think it's getting... Alright, so it has the full API details, but I'm going to look for list here. So list group. And let me see. Alright, so that's a list group. And oh, it can show active items to indicate a selection. So it's not exactly what I want, or maybe I'm just used to the material design from Vuetify all the time. Or if you prefer button elements over links, see the button prop. Okay, so you can make these into buttons instead of list links, I guess. Colors, badges. Okay. Yeah, I think unless someone knows of something better, let me look for list, actionable list group items. Yeah, so this is what I want. I mean, the style can always be changed later. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to copy this list group and put it inside the draw. Okay, and now, so inside of each list group item, I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm gonna have the Vue router link. So, oh, let me get rid of it, add it here, and then, okay, that works. I can change the color and underline state, I guess. And then, and I'll just get rid of about here so I can just copy this link. Oh, okay, so there's actually an href from here, and then there's a router link inside. So actually, oh wait, I don't need the router link inside, which will stop the need for extra styling, which is good. So I'll just put a / here and have home. That looks pretty good, the home link. So what's next? So I guess I can add all of these links that I have in the mockups down here. Let's see. Oh, my other mockup. I see where it is. It's not displaying, so I must have spelled it wrong in the README. Okay. Let's see. Add entry. Yeah, so I need a button at the top actually, and then I need these 4 links, and then a horizontal line. So there might actually be a Bootstrap component for this horizontal line. So let me see. Hours log, projects, exports, and settings. So hours log. Okay, and then projects, and then exports, and settings. Alright, so now I have the menu here, and what else? I guess I don't need a horizontal line, unless I could make these 2 different list groups actually. So what I could do is actually here close that list group and then make another B list group. Yeah, and then just very quickly I can add a class of margin top of 2, give it a little bit of spacing. Yeah, that's okay for now. Class drop down divider. Okay. Oh, Jared wants to post a link. So let me show the link. Get Bootstrap docs, components, drop downs, dividers. Cool. Thank you. Oh, get out of that. Let me divider. Oh, I'm looking in Vue router for dividers. Let me go to drop down. These are all in drop downs. And I can't scroll down. So they don't have a divider component, but since I'm updating Bootstrap like you mentioned, I can oh cool. Because I'm getting the chat directly through YouTube this time, so it's letting me copy paste or copy from the chat. Okay, so let me copy this divider then and see how it looks. In between these 2 list groups, I'll paste that divider. Nice! So I have the 2 different list groups, and then I have a divider, and then I guess I can get rid of this margin class because it looks like it's the same space on either side of the divider either way. Okay. Good, so now I have a menu. So now I need to make this main home page. And let's see. Oh yeah, let me go to the mockup and look at the main page. So it's basically a table of all the hour logs. That looks fine. Yeah, I think it looks fine to me. I mean, you're a design expert, so, and we can always change something later. Okay, so hours log. Oh yeah, so I need a Bootstrap table here. The tabs, I'm going to worry about these tabs later. So for right now, I'm going to have a title, a button, and a table with 4 columns. So let me just work on that. And okay, so I have app.view and then this router view. is displayed. And actually I'm going to need to use the Vue, what is it called? The grid system. Not the Vue grid system, but the Bootstrap grid system. So let me find which component I'm going to use. Right now I only have this one component, which is home. And actually I'm going to change this to hours log. And the component will be hours log. So hours log, hours log. Okay, and now I need to actually rename this component to hours log. Oh wait, hours log. And I'll delete the hello world. I'll delete this image. I'll give it a class of hours log page. In case I want to namespace my Sass later. Oh, is it slog? Did I put slog? Hours log. Yeah, it's hours log. I don't think I misspelled it anywhere. Hours log. Okay. So I'll get rid of the hello world component. The name here should be hours log. Okay. How is everyone else? Everyone else is kind of quiet in the chat. How do you think it's going so far? So I have the hours log page, and I need a title first. And actually here, so let me go ahead and look at the Bootstrap grid system because I'm going to need to implement that. So let me look for grid, layout and grid system. So, okay, so it's B container, B row, and B column, which is same thing as usual. Alright, so I'm going to change this div into B container actually. And then I'll do B container. And then inside of that I'll do a B row. And then I'll do a B column here. So B column. Your legs are shaking in excitement. Great. Okay, so I don't know how exciting the MVP is, but it's definitely exciting if I can get this app working. So let's see. B row. Here's column, which I want. So how do I? Okay, so I can do offset equals or offset dash small. And then, okay, so the props are small, medium, large, extra large, normal. So into B column, I want the table centered on the page. So I guess for small, for small I'll do, let me try 8 columns, and then offset small is 2 columns. Because there's a total of 12 columns. And then I'll put the header in here. So I'll put, actually I want the header and let's see, so this column will contain everything on the page. And then inside of this column I'm actually going to do, this is the thing about component libraries, there's so much nesting. So I'm going to do another B column because I want the header inside of a B column. And now I'll put an H1 in here. And I think this is how I want it, unless I just want to do some flexbox in here. But so let me give this a title of hours log. close that, and then close the column. And then I want another column here, which will be for the button, for this add entry button. So I think the button, oh, let me add the column first. So B column, and then I think button in Bootstrap will be BTN, and then that will be add, what is it? I forgot what it was already. Add entry. Add entry. Okay, and then close the button, close the column, close the row, and I think that's it. Yeah, and then I'll add another row with the table in it. Yeah, that's pretty good. The only other thing is on this nested row here, I want to add a margin top so it's not pushed up against the very top of the page. So class equals margin top of 5. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And what else? Oh yeah, that button should also have a color. So I think I'm gonna put, is it color, or there was another keyword, I can't remember what it is for primary. Nope, that doesn't work. So let me look for button in here, or I can just click on button. Oh, variant, that was it. Yeah, thank you, Anish. It's variant. Variant. Okay, wow, that's bright. That's fine. So they can add entry, and now I'm gonna put a table below this. So it's been exactly 1 hour and we already have a desktop app. I'm pretty happy with this. And we have another almost an hour to go. So, let's see. Oh yeah, table. Let me get a table component. Need some water. Alright. Need a Bootstrap table. Oh wow, do they have table light and table simple? I wonder what those are. Let me look. Table. Okay, so it's all under table. So for displaying tabular data, B-table supports pagination, filtering, sorting, custom rendering, various styling options, events, and asynchronous data. Yeah, the hour went by fast. You know, even when I've done like 4-hour streams, they just seem to fly by like nothing. Well, especially now that people chat. My very first couple live streams, where it was just me talking to myself, they felt like they took a long time. So supports pagination, filtering, sorting, custom rendering, various styling options, events, asynchronous data, a lot of stuff. For simple display of tabular data without all the fancy features, Bootstrap Vue provides 2 lightweight alternative components, B-table light and B-table simple. So I'm not going to use those, but that's good to know about because I do want this to be filterable, sortable, and support infinite scroll, which is pagination. So I'm going to use a basic B table, and I guess I'll start off with just the most basic variety. Okay, so it's not passing in the headers separately. So I guess it's getting the header items, or it must be getting them from the keys in the objects. So let me, okay, so let me make a new row here. B row, and inside of it put a B column. Even though it's full width, I want it to match up with any spacing with the above rows and columns. Okay. Oops. So B row. And then I think that's right. And now let me paste the table inside, and let me copy the items too, actually. So let me get this. Actually, I don't think I have any of this, so. Oh no, I do. So let me just get the data then. Okay. So I have components, and now I have the items on the table. Nice! So I have a table of items. Yeah. It's not the columns that I want though, so let me update the columns. So I need project name, I need date, start, and end. Okay, so let me delete all these extra rows for right now and just update this one. So project and then underscore name, because I guess that's how you denote for the column, like how many words you want. You put underscores in the middle, even though JavaScript generally doesn't use underscores. So what should I call? I'll just call this company 1, and then date. Oh, date. And I'll say May 12th, 2020. And then I'll do start time, which is, I don't know, start time. No, I'll do, should I do 24-hour clock? Let me do 7 a.m. Yeah. Sorry, I'm using the 12-hour clock because I'm from America and it's just easier for me. So maybe that will be an option in settings later. So let me do 11 a.m. Not a fan or returns? Oh, you're not a fan of returns? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, cool. Awesome. So now I have my first log entry here. And just to make this a little bit better, I'm going to put some spacing in between the header and the table. So let's see. Since I already have a class here, I'm going to add it here. So I'll do margin bottom and try 4. Yeah, that adds some good spacing between the table. And then later on there will be tabs here, so you can see the table view or a list view that will show the logs. Oh, you're saying I'm not a fan of returns because I put all my code on one line. No, I like returns. Actually, this should... Alright, I'll do this. I'll do this nicely real quick. This should have returns in it. Okay. Everyone's happy now. That's better. Okay, and now I want to create a second page now that I have hours log. Let me hook up the projects page. And so the projects page, actually I need an add entry page too, but let me just hook up the projects page real quick so I have the second route. And this will have a drop down of all the projects. And then, oh, I need a button here too actually. So I need a button here for add a project, because the projects are what you're going to associate your hours with. So when you log new hours, you need to associate it with a project. Yeah, so, and we're going to have that association in the database as you can see, so I have a projects table, or I will have a projects table or collection or whatever it's going to be. And then where's the, oh, time entry. And then I'll have time entries. And then, yeah, so I'll have time entries. And then I was thinking about making separate log entries. Though if it's NoSQL, then I probably won't make these separate tables. But yeah, I'm going to figure out if it's SQL or NoSQL, probably for the next stream. So anyway, and if you watch my video on consulting, then you'll know why I have logs of what I did every day. Because when we export the documents for a client to see, it will have log entries of the time you worked on the day and also bullet points of like all the different things you did that day and what you accomplished. Okay, so projects. So I need the title, I need to add new project button, and then I need this drop down here. So let me create a new view because it's a separate page. So I'll call this projects.view. I keep hitting escape because I'm so used to using Vim. So then it deletes the file that I'm trying to make. Okay, projects.view, enter. And let me start off with a template. And let me go to hours log and steal some of this stuff here. So, yeah, let me steal all of this actually. Everything. And then I'll delete the table basically. So, yank that and paste it here. And then delete this table. Okay, and now let me hook this into the, actually let me change the title real quick. So projects and add new project. All right, and now let me hook this into the router. So I'll make a new, okay. So let me make a new route. The path will be project, so projects. The component will be projects and the name will be projects. Okay, and I'll duplicate this. Projects. Okay, and now I need to make a link. And actually I'm going to put the / I don't know if I need it, but just to match up with this one, unless I shouldn't put it there. I can't remember what I did in all my other view routers. Okay, so oh yeah, in my navigation, let me do projects. And now if I go to projects, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Let me refresh this. Does it refresh? Doesn't refresh. Projects. Why doesn't it? It must be with the routing. Okay, yes, path starts with / Okay, so it's not routing correctly. And I wonder if that's because I should be using the view router 2 for these view router routes instead of an href. I don't think, is it the order? Oh, because it's matching, I see what you're saying. Because it's matching this route before it ever gets to this route. I could try changing the order here. Let me try. Alright, let me try going to projects. Nope, it's not the order. For some reason it is refreshing because the console's refreshing. So I guess it's a problem. I would say that it's a problem with with the href instead of using to, so it's not using view router. Yeah, so I think I'll have to do that, because if I do, let's say, it shouldn't be the order all my routes start with /. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so I'm going to change it back then, real quick. Okay, so try that idea. Now let me do, oh, it's router link. Router link 2 equals / projects, and then close the router link, and let me get rid of the href here. Although now it's just going to have the text as a link instead of the whole button. So yeah, I have to click on the text, which stinks. Oh, try putting, oh, because it's not history mode. That's right. So my router's not set up in history mode. So maybe if I put the hashtag, not the hashtag, the # first. Okay, let me try that. Yeah, because I think that's probably why it's refreshing. Alright, so let me go back to, yeah, it's not going anywhere in here too. So let me do this as well. Okay, so let me go here now. Yeah, that works. Cool. So now it's looking for the hash router instead of the history router. Okay, so now I have add a new project, and I'll also have a filterable searchable dropdown. So let me add that. And it would be called dropdown, I guess. Or it would be a select, actually. Yeah, because these are just drop down with links. That's not what I want at all. So let me do, Jared says I would just use view routed programmatically routing and look for the route names instead of paths. Yeah, I could do that. I'm okay with how it is now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But this isn't just a 2-hour project, so I'm going to be hopefully working on this the next couple weeks, making this actual work. The only thing I'm not going to do on one of these streams is actually building this app for different OSs, because, oh, I guess it doesn't say it here, but apparently it takes forever to build one of these desktop apps, so I'm going to have to do that off stream, but all the other setup I should be doing on stream. Where will you be working on it at? I'll be doing all of the work for this project on these free CodeCamp streams on Fridays. So Friday morning 10 to 12 is my slot that I've been given. So yeah. Form select. This is what I want. Okay, so these are drop-down selects that I want. And let's see what components Bootstrap has for this, because I really want the user to be able to start typing and search for an item. And eventually I'll have to be making API calls based off their search so I don't pull in... Oh, no. This is a desktop app. What am I talking about? Yeah, this should be fine. But I still want them to be able to type in and search. Oh, FCC, freeCodeCamp. I'm not going to be doing it on my Twitch account. Please select some item. value in single mode, yeah. Okay, that's multiple select. Don't want that. Don't want that. Yeah, so I don't think Bootstrap has it. Let me see if it has search. No, there's no search. I could look at their API for this component. Properties. Properties, they don't have any events. Oh, they do. So input, change. So I'll be listening for an onChange event because I'll load the project that they choose based off of that. And that's going to also route them to the next page with a breadcrumb to go back. Okay, so those are properties. And the properties, yeah, they don't have any typing in. So I could just add, add another library for that. Let's see. Vue select component. I can't remember what I added last time, but there's got to be at least several of these components. Okay, Vue select is a feature-rich drop-down component. Alright, that looks nice. And you can start typing, so I could start typing Nigeria and select it. Cool. And then it's clearable by default, or an option for it anyway. Okay, this seems to be good. The last release date is in July. Oh, let me zoom in. Let me take a look at their GitHub real quick. Vue select. Yeah, looks fine to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. And go to installation. Installation. My computer's running really hot right now. Okay, so I need to install it and then register it as a component. So let me go and stop my server. Clear. Alright, so that's installing. And now, while that's installing, oh, it closed my windows for me. I didn't realize it would do that. So let me import these, and then the component doesn't include any CSS, so I can import that separately, or I can import the SCSS. So that's one thing I really should have set up, I guess, is SCSS. I guess I can set it up later. But it would be nice to have like a Sass folder for when I want to customize the styles. Okay, so let me go to main.js, and after Bootstrap, I'll import the Vue select, and then, oh no, this goes here. Yeah, that goes there, and let me delete that. And now I need to import the CSS. So I'll import that. And yeah, put that, oh wait, there. Okay, so now it has the CSS. Yeah, that's fine. Installation. Drop-down options. Okay, so now that I've registered the component, I can use it as a vSelect and then pass it props, I guess, So the props would make it... Oh, it's searchable without me passing in any extra props. That's nice. Alright, so let me close main.js. Close that. I can close this. And I'm just working out of projects now. And I'm going to put that vselect inside of here. So, oh yeah, let me run the server first. So I need to start that server again. So npm start. Alright, building, Webpack is going. Okay, it's done. Now it'll open there. And let me get, so I vselect options. So I could just pass an array, or I can pass an array of objects, which is what I want to do for options. Because I want the value to be different from the label, basically. Yeah, it is, but after initial build, it's okay. And soon we'll have, I guess, better options to Webpack, or advanced Webpack that builds faster. I don't know. Or maybe better computers that build Webpack faster. Maybe it's my computer that's slow. Yeah, Vite is exciting. Let's see, Vue 3 should be out next month, and then I guess Vite version 1 should be out in a couple months, I think. Am I right? Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of that, make it self-closing, and then also, just so I get my returns in there, so let me put this on multiple lines. And see how that looks. Go to menu, projects. Awesome. And it works out of the box. Doesn't quite match the Bootstrap styling, but it's pretty close. And I'm not too worried about it. So basically, I'll have a list of the projects here once I have projects, and then they'll display and I'll be able to search for them. And actually, because I have Vuex, I can go ahead and be saving things in Vuex even before I get a database. Oh, you're saying because it's Mac it's slow? No, this computer is like 5 years old, and I've been running it like all day, every day for the last 5 years. Keeps the desk nice and toasty. I think it actually makes this room hot with all the lighting and the Mac and everything. This room gets like 10 degrees hotter while I'm streaming. Okay, so I'm going to leave this page as it is for now. And exports and settings pages, I guess I'll have to work on those next stream or if I get time later. But I do want to make this add entry page. Oh yeah, and I wanted to have a button at the top here as a shortcut, but I guess if this is the default page anyway, maybe I don't want that button. I don't know. It's only a few pages in the app. Yeah, but I am gonna get a new Mac, hopefully soon. I've picked out all my specs, but they're just so expensive, I'm just waiting as long as possible. I have a Linux computer that works great for everything, but I don't stream from it. And I don't have my client software on it either, so I kind of work on the side with that. Okay, so add entry. I need to make, I guess, a time entry page. And let's see. So in views, I'll make new file. Should I call it time entry? Time entry.view. And this will have a template too. And I'll do the same kind of things. V container, v row, v column. Then I won't have a second column here, so I think I'll just do h1 and then new time entry. Wait till Apple Silicon comes out. Yeah. They just really want computers to be phones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. What I'm happy about is that they fixed that keyboard. And now they're no longer using the butterfly keyboards. They have the magic keyboard, which is supposed to be much better. So, because the butterfly keyboard, my friends who have it, most of them broke keys or had trouble, and I just didn't like typing on it at all. So I'm really happy they fixed that after a couple years, but they fixed it. The new Mac also has a physical escape key. I don't want to be talking too much about Mac, but I think that was a better option to add that back instead of just a bar, whatever the screen bar thing. Okay, so now I have add new time entry. This will be where the form is. Okay, now I need to make this page routable. So in my routes, I'm gonna say, okay, so I have hours log. So actually after hours log, I'm gonna do, I don't know, add time entry, because I'll have an add log entry too later. So time entry component and time entry imported from time entry. Yeah, I'm happy with how I've gotten. Yes, using Vim without physical escape key. Yeah, that was a big thing that I didn't like because I use the escape key all the time. And actually, so on my desk here, when I'm not streaming, I use programmable keyboard. So I have my escape key right at my pinky finger, so I can just hit escape all the time. It's right next to there, instead of being way up in the corner, which isn't ideal for Vim users. A complaint terminal. What's a complaint terminal? Windows has a complaint terminal to complain to Windows about things you don't like about it? Yeah, I used Windows for years before I used Mac. Let's see. I just think for development, Linux and Mac are easier, and Mac is the one that has a lot of programs working for it, but we'll see how Windows turns out with their new adoption of Linux. I'm excited about that. Okay, so time entry, I need a form here. Let me go grab a Bootstrap form. Form. Oh, I'm not in the right place. Let me go here. Bootstrap form. Okay, Bootstrap form component and helper components that optionally support inline form styles, yada yada yada. Okay, so here's a basic form. I'm just going to copy it because it looks fine to me. Form data results, okay. Oh cool, it already has an on reset method as well. So let me take the whole form and paste it in here. Then I'll just get rid of the stuff that I don't want. Okay, B form, so I need to indent that. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that looks good. And now I might need, do I need data in here? Oh, I also need to make a route for the card. Class form. Oh, this is form data, the form data results. Okay. So, and these are the v bound variables in the data method. Okay, food, so that must be some kind of a drop down. Show equals true. I don't need show and hide, so I'm gonna get rid of that. V if, oops, what did I do? Let me go to here. Okay, so on reset, on submit, I'll have to make those methods. And then form group. Why do form groups only have one input? Or I guess if you're doing things on the same line. Can we have the new entry form on a modal box? I want it on a separate page. I think, yeah, I don't always like forms and modals, although sometimes it's okay. I guess if I was doing it in a table, no, even then, I don't know. Anyone else have an opinion about putting the form in a modal? Can we have a new entry? What's nice about NWJS though is that you can write all of your code once and it will run on Windows, Linux, and OS X. Yes, that is the nice thing. Modals are just asking for trouble. Thanks. Asking for trouble. Okay, so let me get rid of some of these extra inputs. And checkboxes, I can leave those. Okay, I'm gonna need to make a script tag here so I can v-model my elements. So I need data and return an object, and then so form data, and then I'll need to v-model all of my elements inside of here. And then I need two methods as well. So let me go ahead and create those methods on a methods object. I need on submit, which is a method. Yep. And what's the other one? Oh, it's called on reset. So on reset, to reset the form. Okay. Avoid modals whenever possible. Yeah, I hear that from designers all the time. Avoid modals, or yeah. Basically don't use modals for forms, just for displaying information. Okay. So let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let me make the page routable. So when I click add entry, it should route to this time entry page. So I need to put that on the hours log, this add entry. So split up the lines here, and then I'll add the add click at the end. So when they click on this add entry button, it should route them. So I think I can do router.push because I have the router object available to me in the components. So if I do .push and then push the route that I want, which is, I think from here I can do name, right? So I can say, just denote the name of the route that I want, which is time entry. So I can do name time entry, and then from time entry, I'm not sure if view router will break, but I just want to add the component name here so it matches up. Time entry. Okay. That's good. So yeah, what just happened there? Okay. Oh yeah, all of this stuff is not defined. I need to clean up my form. Does that have something to do with accessibility? Okay, you are all talking about accessibility modals, so I'm gonna let that happen. And type reset. Okay, these are checkboxes. So let me see what items I need in this form in the first place and put those items in the form. And let me go to time entry. So eventually I'd like these to be automatic, like there to be a timer in the app to start and stop, like a little window that pops up in the corner of your desktop where you can start and stop your time. But for right now, it's manual entry, so they're going to have to input a start time, input a stop time, and then I want like a text field of any notes that they have, and then there's going to be a foreign key relating a project to the time entry later, but not right now. So I basically need start, stop, and notes. So I can get rid of the checkboxes. Get rid of these. I can also get rid of this, these drop down. So now I just have one input, which is going to be, actually I need a date input, so let me look that up. Okay. Oh, cool. So it's displaying now. I do need this. I forgot to do... Oh no, I have a container. This is centered for some reason. That text. Okay. So I'm going to do... let's see. Oh, okay, so this isn't all in one. I need to add another V row and then nest all these components so that I can have a V column here, small. I will do six columns wide, and then offset small will be 12 columns wide. And then all of this stuff will be nested inside, and all of that. So container, okay, so I'm gonna indent these ones, and it's gonna be, oops, command, okay, and then here I'm going to, wait, didn't like that. Close the column and then close that row. Okay, and now it should be more centered. Is it just catching up now, or did I do something wrong? Because I have the rows inside of this column now, which should be 6 columns wide on small, and oh, it's offset is 12 columns. That's weird. Offset is 3 columns. Okay. Offset small. Yeah, so I'm not sure why this isn't working right now. I can compare it to my other component. So I have, oh, this is so dumb. Okay, so I'm in Vuetify mode still, and when you use the Vuetify design library, it has V dash for everything. So let me see if I can do V dash, and yeah, shouldn't have anything else. So let me replace this with B dash and change that. Okay, now it works properly. That's much better. I don't know if anyone said that. No, everyone's kind of talking about modals and accessibility in the app. Okay. So that's just okay for right now. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna just finish adding the form inputs, and let me look for the date times here. So date, form date picker. That looks promising. Form date picker. Okay, so it picks a date. And then what about the time though? Is there a time picker? Some UI libraries have it where you can have them both in one, so you can choose the date, and then it brings up another box where you can choose the time. Wonder if you can default to the current date. Button only mode. Okay, I don't want that. So let me look real quick at a time picker and then see how I want to do this. Time selection widget. Okay, so they are completely separate. This is interesting. What is this? Never seen something like this before. If you need a time picker as a custom form control, use the okay, this is what I want then. The form time picker. Oh, and then it pops up here. So it's the same UI, which is okay, I guess. And then can you type in here? Can I type? Oh no, I type here, right? This is weird. Okay. And then I guess they probably have, oh wow, a lot of options. I guess they probably have hour 12. Okay, so this toggles 24-hour versus 12-hour. So that's good. Does anyone else think this time picker looks a little weird? But I'll go ahead and use it for now. That's fine. So let me go to the most basic example. Oh, that's disabled. No, it's not disabled. Yeah, let me get the date picker and time picker. And expand this. So I'm actually going to get rid of this. And inside here, I'll put the time picker. And I'll make that self-closing and then put it on multiple rows. Okay, so vModel will be, oh wait, form data dot start time. Or I should put start, I guess, because there's start and end for times, and then there is just one date, because it won't go over into the next date. So everything is separated by which day you worked on. And yeah, so if you need to go into the next day, I guess it's going to not go over. Or should I? Like if you work from 11 p.m. until 2 a.m., should I have two different dates for that? Maybe I should. If people want to work wonky hours, that should be up to them. Your name. So, okay. So here I need to put start date and end date. Okay, so now I need to add that date time form date picker. Vue.js date object. Okay, so Jared's recommending Vue to date picker. Let me take a look at that. Vue to date picker. Vue2 date picker on npm. Let me go through npm so I can find the official GitHub for the project. We have about 10 minutes left. How's everyone doing? What did you think about the desktop app today? Date picker. Oh, this is interesting. I can do date ranges. I like that. Internationalization. Let me take a look. So, homepage, which is the repository, but we go there. It's running a little bit slow. All right. So Vue2 date picker. So this doesn't do times, but I can get the date range, which is good. There are, I guess, themes for it. The props are documented. That's good. Okay. This is nice. All right. Yes, it does. Click the demo. Oh, what demo? Is it this? Yeah, must be this. Let's see. Oh, it has time too. Oh, I like this better than the Bootstrap one with the arrows. Select week. Week 28. Okay. Select date. Select month. This is nice. Select year. I might use this for other things in the app too. Select date time. Okay, date time is what I want then. Select date time because I can select the date and the time for both the start and the end. That's perfect. Thanks, Jared. That's a good idea. Oh, this isn't zoomed in, so I don't know if you can see it, but okay, and then they also have, oh, okay, so this is date time range. So let me pick a date and then an end date. Oh, and then it says a time. I don't know if I want these both in the same one. Okay. But it's cool. It lets you do the hours, seconds, everything. Hours, minutes, seconds. Do I want these all in one, or do I want two different boxes, one for start and one for end? Okay. So let me install this library for starters. Let's see. Install, save, Vue2 date picker. Okay. I'm gonna have to stop the server again. Alright. So npm install Vue2 date picker. We have a couple minutes left, so I'll have to pick back up on this next time. We do a form for date and a form for time, then use it computed to combine them into one date object. I think I'm going to do them two separate ones. So I'll store I want the date and the time together, but I don't want the start date and the end date to be in the same form, basically. Oh, I think YouTube started lagging a little bit more toward the end. So that must be about 20 seconds behind. Or 15 seconds maybe, I don't know. Okay. So I have NW.js hour tracking, and now oh yeah, let me start the server again. So npm start. I'm gonna have that installed, and I can start setting it up. So I need to import the date picker, register it as a component, and I can just do this locally. I guess it doesn't matter, I can always do it globally as well. Okay. There's my window. Add entry. Go to the add entry page. And yeah, now that I look at this again, I really don't like this interface because I can't even type in here. So I have to just keep clicking 30 times or click and hold. Yeah. It's okay, but I think it needs some improvement. So I'm going to get rid of these then, these Bootstrap form picker, time picker, whatever. Get rid of those. Oh, input group IDs. I shouldn't have the same IDs multiple times. Label for. Yeah, I don't have these yet, but I will. And now let me do date picker. I need the CSS. Where? Okay, import date picker, import date picker CSS. So I'm going to do these globally. So let me go to my main.js file and import the date picker. Okay, and now I need to do Vue.use. So let's see. Oh, after. So Vue. Is it? Oh, it's registering component. Yeah, Vue.component. And then I guess I can, what is it, date dash picker? Yeah, so it's the same thing. So date dash picker. And then, so it's registered as date dash picker. And now I need to pass in the component, which is date picker. Okay, so now I have it registered here as date picker, and I can go to my form and I should be able to use it here. Oh yeah, oh no, I got the CSS, that's good. Good. So now I can use this. So let me just grab one. Let me grab the date time one and paste it here. And okay, let me make this self-closing again. So I'll do that. Oh yeah, and vModel. So I'll do form data dot start date. Okay, cool. It's not working because it's not vModeling to anything, but the drop down works. That's good. So let me quickly add this to the end one. And okay, that's good. Oh, what happened? What happened? End date. Okay, so hour log, add entry. Something's wrong. Where is the console? I can just do. Oh, my shortcut hotkey didn't work. So let me inspect. Don't forget to plug your YouTube, Twitch. Oh yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Faraday Academy. I'm also Faraday Academy on Twitch. Academy. Oh, misspelled vModel. Did I? Where is vModel? Start date, vModel. I don't think I misspelled vModel. Is this on Twitch? No, it's not. this particular stream isn't. So Twitch doesn't let me stream. As a Twitch affiliate, I can't stream on 2 platforms at the same time. But that's complicated anyway. But I do all of my coding live streams on my Faraday Academy Twitch channel. No, yeah. So let me just see what the error is real quick. Let me look at the console. Cannot read property start date of undefined. Oh, because I spelled it form date. Okay. Form data. And then let me do start date. And then what is that? An object? And end date. I don't know. It'll be modeled there. Okay. Cool. And so now I have my start date and my end date. Awesome. Submit and reset. Of course, I don't have those hooked up to anything. So yeah, I have like 30 seconds left. Except for the FCC guest spots. Yeah, exactly. So all my other coding streams are on my Twitch account. I have live interviews on this account. So like Danny Thompson, he came on my channel the other day. Maybe you've seen him if you're around coding Twitter and Instagram. He's really great speaker, coder, all that stuff. You can check in your Vue Dev Tools. Yes, I will use Vue Dev Tools in the next stream. Oh wait, this is awesome. This is awesome. I can finally zoom in Vue Dev Tools in a stream. Yeah, I'll definitely be using that next time. Firefox has been slightly frustrating. I mean not being able to zoom in anyway. So what do you guys think about the project? It's kind of cool, right? I have all the different pages. Stuff is starting to get set up. The components are there. The plugins. A little bit of the design is there. Thanks, Anish. Yeah, this stream felt a lot more like a real project than the other streams. Before I was just kind of building the freeCodeCamp projects, which was also kind of cool because I built them 5 years ago, and then to go back and build them in a new framework today, that was cool for me anyway. Yeah, thanks Jared, thanks Anish, thanks Tom, thanks Sashi, thanks everyone who joined the stream, chatted. I know a lot of people couldn't chat, which is unfortunate, but if you want to chat, then join my Discord channel. So after this stream, I'm going to post a comment on the stream with a link to my Discord channel, so you can chat with me further, let me know what you thought about the project, and feel free to go to the GitHub for this project and raise an issue. I have to get off the stream now, but I'm about to push the code. Yes, I need to. I'm going to push the code, and I'm going to rearrange the PNG mess that I made here and update it. So that's going to be live in the next 5 minutes. Okay? So I'll do that as soon as I get off. Thanks again for coming. Check out my YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you again for this project next Friday morning. Take care.